Okay, I got it. I know. I feel the same about myself. Trust. Appreciate you guys coming out, man. It's a little, I know. Well, I don't know why I did this special in San Antonio and bought a leather jacket. Gotta film me sweating like Samuel L. Jackson in A Time to Kill in about 30 seconds. Just sweating that whole movie. He was innocent, he was sweating. Yeah. Well, the year's flying. I can't believe it's been so long, man. The new year was crazy. It started off with Lifetime Television, Aaron surviving R. Kelly right off the bat. Really appreciate that. Could have waited another couple months so I could enjoy his music for a little while longer. You gotta let somebody know when you're airing all the dirty laundry out. What's crazy about R. Kelly is, I watched that documentary, Surviving R. Kelly. It was 6 episodes, and it's crazy how his whole career is like before the piss and after the piss. That was like the whole timeline, you know? Like, I didn't tape Surviving R. Kelly. I watched all 6 episodes live. Like by episode 4, I was the guy on Twitter. Fuck R. Kelly. I ain't listen to his shit no more. He's deleted forever. 3 days later, I'm at a party. Step, step, side to side, bring it back. I went, oh shit! I ain't supposed to be dancing this no more. But I couldn't stop dancing. I go, oh my God, he is the Pied Piper. His music has taken over my legs. I swear, after watching Surviving R. Kelly and all these other scandals that happen every week, I'm to the point in my career where I'm just happy to be an entertainer without a scandal right now, you know? I mean, it's gotten to the point where I'm scared to open up my laptop in the morning. Because I just be looking at it like, oh shit, it's today. Because I've never done anything to anybody. I'm not worried about that. Still don't mean somebody can accuse me of shit, you know? Like, it'd be nothing for a woman to come out of left field and be like, Gary Owen smacked my ass in 1992! He's at a Criss Cross concert. Your clothes were on backwards. So, crowd. I keep waiting for a white lady to come after me. I keep waiting for a white lady to be like, Gary Owen sexually harassed me. Now you know you lied. Even my wife would be like, she bullshitting. He ain't do that. I guess what's messing me up lately is like comedians are getting a lot of scandals now. It used to be like athletes and rappers had all the scandals. Now it's like comedians, we leading the charge, you know? You got Bill Cosby, he's in jail, you know? It seems like every year Kevin Hart's got to go through something. Like this last year was the Oscars. Like, I didn't like how the Oscars did Kevin. Like, how you gonna ask that man to host the Oscars, and then the very next day ask him to apologize for some tweets he sent out over 10 years ago that you should have known about before you asked him to host the show anyways. And plus, he would just bullshit with his boys. There was nothing malicious behind his tweets. But all of a sudden, he did some gay tweets, and now these people were like, Kevin Hart's a homophobe. He's a homophobe. Let me tell you something. That dude is definitely not a homophobe. I've known the guy 20 years, done 3 movies with him. One movie was called Ride Along. In that movie, I had nothing but underwear and honey on my chest. That was my whole wardrobe, you know? And Kevin, you know, Kevin had to lay on my chest, you know? So when you see that movie, that scene's only like 2 or 3 minutes long, but when we shot it, it took like 30, 35 minutes to get that scene right. And to Kevin's credit, he never left my chest. He stayed there all 35 minutes. You know? What kind of homophobe's gonna lay in a man's chest for 35 minutes straight? Get the fuck out of here. True professional, committed to the craft, you know? But I do remember we were shooting Ride Along, right? Like every time before the director would say action, I'd have Kevin a headlock and his head be right here. I just started whispering to him, just to mess with his head right before we shoot the scene. I just be sitting there like, I dreamed of this. Can you believe we here right now? Look at God, won't he do it? Kev be so mad. Gary, shut the fuck up, get on, man, shut up. Dang, Kev, you strong. Like a little Ninja Turtle. But it's crazy, like when Kevin had to go through all that shit with the Oscars, it reminded me of shooting Ride Along with him. But it also reminded me how I got the part in Ride Along. Like, out of all the films I've done, that was the most random movie I ever got. Because literally, I was at my house watching a football game on TV, and I get this text from this producer, Will Packer. He's like, "Gee, I'm getting ready to do a movie, Kevin Ice Cube. I'm gonna bring you in for an audition. Send me a picture with your clothes off." I was like, what the fuck? So I'm thinking Will's kidding, he's bullshit, it's a joke. So I text Will back, naked, or can I keep my shorts on? Will texts back, up to you, with the wink emoji. I was like, what the fuck? So I called Kev on the phone. I said, "Kev, are you getting ready to do a movie Cube?" He goes, "Yeah, we start shooting this week in Atlanta." I said, "Oh, so this is legit." So I'm trying to get the part. So I drop my shit, I send a naked pic in, right? Now I ain't take the pic immediately. I mean, I prepped my shit a little bit, you know? I got a little blood, got a little arch in it, you know? I mean, it wasn't here. I mean, about 60-65%, you know? Just in case my shit gets released, right? Because I remember I prepped my shit, dropped my stuff, and I took like a Captain Morgan's pose. I was like... So I send the pic to Will. I could see on my phone that he opened the pic, but he don't send nothing back. So now I'm like, shit, did I go too far, right? So 2 days go by, I still ain't heard from Will. So now I'm thinking, did I get catfished? So now I'm on the internet, checking all these websites, making sure my shit ain't out there, you know? I'm worried, but I ain't super worried, because I prepped my shit, you know? So, because if my shit got released, I was gonna be like, that's just regular. Yeah, that's just me walking around. That's just everyday me. Yeah. I don't know who took that pic. So then 5 days later, Will finally calls you back. He goes, "Gee, I got good news, baby. You got the part." I said, "Got the part in what?" He goes, "Ride Along." I said, oh, I thought you wanted me to come audition for that movie." He goes, "Gary, I sent that exact same text to 5 other actors. You're the only one that sent in a butt-naked pic. I had to give you the part. You gotta want it, baby. Balls out." I was thinking other comedians messing up. Roseanne's messing up, man. Hell, Roseanne got fired from Roseanne. How the hell that? When Roseanne got fired from Roseanne, that's the only headline I saw. I didn't know why she got fired. So then I went back and talked about Twitter getting people in trouble. I looked at her tweets, and she sent some racially insensitive tweets about the head of her network. So I'm reading it, and then I went, I guess I'm always just a little taken back by not a lot, just how some white people just don't realize what you can and cannot say about black people. Like I'm around black people a lot, you know? Like, honestly, it's pretty easy what you can and cannot say, you know? Like, you can't say what Roseanne said on Twitter. I'm not gonna repeat it. You can't say that, you know? You can't say the M word. That's obvious, you know? Just some white people won't let that word go. They just won't let it go, you know? Why can't we say it? It's just a word. Can we say it? They be looking at me like I know the answer and shit. "Gary, why can't we say it?" "I don't know, that's the rules." I got bigger shit to worry about than that one goddamn word. Hell, I watch that spelling bee on ESPN every year. There's a lot of goddamn words out there we ain't using. Use one of them motherfuckers once in a while. There's so many words just sitting in the dictionary right now, unused. Because I'm the only white person in my house. I hear the M-word every day, room to room. Just ding, 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 ding. I still can't say it. And I'm paying the goddamn mortgage. That's just the rules. Yo, that'd be crazy if black people change the rules one day. Just black people come out, all right, we don't give a shit, you can say it now. You'd have white guys walking around, hear the news. Yeah. Black people said we're allowed to say the M-word, we're clear, we're good, we're allowed to say it. Are you fucking shitting me right now? Nah, we're approved, we're allowed, we can say it. We'll say it. Fuck that, you say it first. I ain't gonna lie though, sometimes when me and my wife are having sex, she calls me the M-word. It makes me feel good, it does, man. Like, I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck you say? I mean, in the bathroom afterwards, flexing up. What the fuck? They calling all my friends up. You ain't gonna believe what the fuck my wife called me. What'd she call you? Can't tell you. But she said it. San Antonio's a big military bases on here too, man. I was stationed here a long time ago. Yeah, I was stationed at Lackland a long time ago, right? Yeah. It's funny too, looking back on my life. I was thinking like I joined the Navy like right after high school, and I was thinking, why did I join the Navy? And I remember all the reasons, because you know I was a broke kid living in a trailer park in Southern Ohio. The military was looking at me like, we can get that motherfucker right there, you know? Because it was like my senior high school, there was about a week run where every day I came from school, there's a different recruiter at my trailer trying to get me to sign up, you know? And they just kept showing up, you know? Because I remember the Marine guy showed up first, the Marine recruiter, and I remember he got out of his car in front of my trailer, and I thought Marines had the best uniforms. When I saw him in that uniform, I said, damn, that motherfucker looks sweet. I told my mom, I'm gonna join the Marines. Then he walked in my trailer. He was like, Gary, we are the few, the proud. I go, what's that mean? He goes, when shit pops off, we the first ones in, we the few. I was like, ooh, I'd rather be part of the many. I'm good on that shit. The hell you trying to be first for? Shit, pace yourself, slow down. I'm not trying to be first in the fight. You know what's popping off, you the first one to fight, shit. Who's second or third? I'll join the third. I ain't trying to join the first, who's third? I'll join third. I ain't trying to join first, I'll join third. Listen, I'll give it to Marines. They are better Americans than me. Because you're hearing stories about the Marines. You know, they be in Iraq, be in the desert. You know, you be in a story like you'd be like 33 Marines will be in Iraq, be in the desert, standing around, and then a grenade will drop in the middle of them, and one Marine will jump in a grenade, take the blow to save the other 32 Marines' lives. I'm like, man, if we're in a desert, and there's 33 of us, and a grenade drops in the middle, and I see it first, either 33 people die, or 32 people die. But if one's gonna make it, it's gonna be me, motherfuckers. Like, oh shit, grenade! God damn it! Chris. Shit, the Army guy came to my trailer. He was lying the whole time, lying his ass off. Army recruiter walked in my trailer with a straight face and was like, Gary, I heard you wrestle. I heard you're in your high school wrestling team. I said, yeah, I wrestle. He said, you know, if you join the Army, you could try out for the Army wrestling team, and if you make it, you just wrestle the whole time you're in the Army. I said, sir, I am 3-30 right now. I've won 3 times and lost 30. I am literally the worst wrestler in the state of Ohio as we speak. I didn't wrestle to wrestle. Either come to the trailer park after school, or I could hang out with wrestlers and wrestle every now and then. I go, fuck it, I just wrestle. I ain't give a fuck if I won or lost. I used to pin myself half the time, you know? Because every time I get ready to wrestle somebody, I run on the mat, I look across, they be resetting the time clock. I go, you ain't gonna need that. This ain't gonna take that long, you gonna need that clock. I be looking at that guy, I'm about to wrestle him over here, sweating, warming up, smacking his leg, got his headphones on. I go, you doing too much, man. This ain't that kind of match. This dude listening to NWA, getting all fired up. This is more of a Kenny G type wrestling match. This is smooth jazz. We're gonna do this shit together. And when I tell you my senior year of high school, I won 3 times and lost 30, I didn't beat 3 different people. I beat the same motherfucker 3 times, one dude. He was trying to lose too. Because the first time I saw him wrestle, I go, oh, this motherfucker trying to lose. My coach was like, how can you tell? Because I try to lose, coach. I can tell when the motherfucker trying to lose. I remember the first time I had wrestled, we was both trying to lose. At one point, we land on the mat, right next to each other, both trying to pin ourselves. Oh shit, you're trying to lose too. Shit, honestly, the Navy recruiter, he was just the most honest. He didn't promise me nothing but a flight out. That's all he promised me. Because the Navy recruiter walked in my trailer and looked around and went, I can get you out of this shit. Motherfucker, just put down my trailer, motherfucker. And then he didn't tell me what I was gonna do in the Navy or nothing. I said, what would my job be? I said, what would my job be? He goes, what's the matter? Look where you at right now, kid. You're right, I'll go with you, shit. Shit, I remember my first year in the Navy, I made $24,000 for the year. I called my mom. I said, you ain't got to work no more. You're done, Mom. I got you. $24K, baby. I told you I was going to do so with my life, man. I remember my first check in the Navy was $512. I'll never forget it, man. You lucky to on Instagram back then. Look now, haters. Get on my level. I got another one coming in 13 days. Can't stop, won't stop, 512 every 2 weeks. I was a cop when I was in the Navy too. I was a cop, you know. I was a great cop to the public. I was terrible for the Navy itself, because I just let everybody go. You know, there's a lot of paperwork when you arrest people. I didn't know that. Like I was a cop, and that's why I got stationed in San Antonio, because I was at Lackland. That's where the police academy was. So I go to the police academy in San Antonio, and then I graduate. Then they send me to San Diego. I'm on a big ass base. They put me on nights. I'm working 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. You know, when I first got on the base, I wanted to be a good cop. I was like, okay, crime's about to cease. Officer Owen is here. Shit's about to change. My first Friday night on the base, I pulled this guy over. I gave him a DUI. I was like, fuck yeah, my first DUI. Now keep in mind, I pulled this guy over at 3 in the morning. Supposed to be at work at 6 in the morning. At 9 a.m., I was still on the base doing paperwork on his DUI. I looked at my partner. I was like, this is last. Motherfucking DUI I forgive. I know that shit. This is about to be a dangerous base. I ain't getting paid overtime for this bullshit. I had a whole new outlook on drunk driving after that day. I really did. Because before that day, you drink and drive, going down, no excuses. After that day, I didn't look at it like that. Because 9 times out of 10, guys I was pulling over, they were coming back from Tijuana, right? They were too young to drink in the States. They had to go to Mexico and drink. And I could always tell when somebody's fucked up when you're trying to get on the base late at night. Because other than your driving test, the only time you 10 and 2 on a steering wheel is when you're fucked up, you know? So if I see 10 and 2, I light you up. Woo! And everybody gives you the same answer. You been drinking tonight? 2 beers? Just 2 beers, man, 2 beers. Just be honest with me, man. This might work out for you. You just gotta be honest with me. 14 tequila shots also. Didn't lie about the 2 beer. I forgot about the 14 tequila shots. Okay, man, I just want to got your story straight. So you went down to Tijuana, and you got drunk, and you made the irresponsible decision, get behind the wheel of the car. As you was driving back to the base, somehow you got past the federales, somehow you got past the Border Patrol, somehow you got past California Highway Patrol, somehow you got past San Diego PD. Son, you did what you had to do to get back to the base. Welcome home, baby, you made it, you made it! Pull him over there. That motherfucker was focused. Shit. I let him know, be proud of yourself. You can handle your liquor. Sometimes they wouldn't leave. They'd be staring at me. Are you serious? Go, motherfucker. And I'm off in 3 hours. Just stay on the concrete, hit the grass, make a left, bring it back down. You good, man? I forgot too. I was talking about Kevin earlier, man. Like he had to go through the Oscar shit this year, but I forgot, like, last year was when he really was going through it with that Vegas scandal. Man. See, when Kev went to Vegas and his homeboy tried to set him up and extort him for money, the thing about that was every married comic had to go through that shit with Kevin, you know? Because Kev goes to Vegas, he gets in trouble, you know? I don't hear nothing about it. I come home the next day, my wife knows all about it, I don't. My wife's looking at me like I was with Kevin, you know? Like, as soon as I walk in the house, here comes my wife. You see what happened to Kevin? You see what happened to Kevin? I act like I don't know what she was talking about. I go, who you talking about, Kevin Durant? You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't let that happen to you, Gary. Don't let that happen to you. I was like, don't let it happen to you! But I'm glad Kevin and his wife are still together. I like Kaneko, I like Kevin, they're nice people. I don't see them break up over that. Just a little speedball in the relationship, you know? But now that the time has passed and it's been over a year and stuff, now the timeline all makes sense because Kev went to Vegas. His homeboy tried to extort him for money, set him up in the hotel room. And the week before Kev went to Vegas, it had gotten published. He's the highest grossing comic in the country. He's worth like $200 million. So I remember when the shit first happened, and I found out Kev's worth $200 million, I was telling everybody. I go, I got a feeling his wife's gonna forgive him. I do. I think she's gonna find it in her heart to give him a second chance, man. Shit, I wish my wife was worth $200 million, man. If my wife's worth $200 million, there is nothing, fucking nothing she could do to make me leave her, man. I'm like herpes. I might lay low. I'm gonna pop up on your ass, shit. Ain't no cure for this shit. It's for life, man. Let me tell you something. If my wife's worth $200 million, I would love to see TMZ try to hand me up at the airport on some bullshit with their cameras out trying to fuck up my relationship. I'd have an answer for everything. There is nothing they can say to me or show me to shake my foundation, you know? I'd be sitting in LAX waiting on my bags to come out. TMZ comes around the corners with their cameras. Gary Owen, just see what happened? Your wife has a sex tape, but it just got released. Have you seen it? I'd be like, who the fuck you think taped it? All my boys be calling me up. You was gonna let your wife fuck some other dude? She ain't fucking him. He fucking her. She ain't get on top, man. She fucks me. Shit, let me tell you something. If my wife's worth $200 million, she could tell me she's going to see another dude. I wouldn't give a shit. She could tell me, Gary, I'm going to see my friend this weekend. You tell him I said hello. If you happy, we happy. Shit, my wife could be gone for the weekend with some other dude. I'd be at the house making Instagram posts. I just want to take a second and thank my lovely wife for all she does for this family. You are the best wife, mother, friend a man could have. You have provided us with this beautiful home. You enjoy your weekend away. We will be here when you get back. Like, hashtag unbreakable. Who else is messing up as a comedian? Monique. Oh, Monique keeps messing up, man. And I like Monique a lot, man, but goddamn, Mo, she's going after everybody, you know? And she went after Steve. Steve Harvey tried to help her out, you know, on his show, and then the next day, she's throwing Steve Harvey under the bus. I knew Monique went too far when she started going after Oprah. I was like, ooh, some shit you gotta keep to yourself, man. You can't go after Oprah. Oprah starts making phone calls. You ain't working no more, bottom line, you know? Because here's the thing about the entertainment business, man. When you ain't in movies like you think or TV shows like you think, your brain starts playing tricks on you. You start thinking there's a conspiracy against me. You know, people don't like me anymore. When it's really not the case, because you never know when your name's coming up behind closed doors for a movie or a TV show. Like, so when Monique went after Oprah, I was like, God, Mo, don't do that, because, you know, Oprah's got her own TV network, producing 4 or 5 movies a year. Monique didn't know what Oprah had coming up. Oprah might be getting ready to do The Color Purple 2. Celie had a baby. She was gonna bring in Monique for Celie had a baby. But I was just looking at, like, I was looking at all the people Monique started going after. So it's Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, Steve Harvey, Oprah Winfrey. You know, then she went after my buddy Will Packer. The same guy that put me in Ride Along Think Like a Man is the exact same guy that put Monique in that Christmas movie a few years ago. And Monique tried to compare Will Packer movie producer to Harvey Weinstein movie producer. And I thought that was a little too far. So I went on my Instagram page and I did a video directed towards Monique, right? Now, I never called Monique out her name, nothing like that. I just said, listen, Mo, when you got a lot of different problems with a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons, it might be you, you know? And I'm not stupid. I knew when I did the video, I knew I was gonna get some backlash, right? What I didn't know there was this thing out there called Black Twitter. I didn't know what the fuck Black Twitter was, right? All of a sudden, I do this video towards Monique, and man, Black Twitter's real. And they was in my ass for 3 days straight. If you don't know what Black Twitter is, if you say anything on social media that Black Twitter deems disrespectful to Black people or a Black person, they come after you. And I don't know how many people are on Black Twitter. I don't know if they have an office building with cubicles, or it's a group text that goes out. I don't know. All I know is I did this video towards Monique, and for the next 3 days, every time I got on Twitter, it was over 100 mentions of my name, and it was just Black Twitter down the line coming after me. And everybody was kind of saying the same thing, just in their own way. You know, stay in your lane. This don't concern you. Leave Black shit to Black people. Somebody went, newsflash, ... you ain't Black. I was like, damn! Woo! Motherfucker dropping knowledge today. Shit, the ... fucked me up a little bit. I go, damn, did I just get a dramatic pause? But listen, I give respect where respect is due, man. Some people on Black Twitter hit me with some good ass put downs. I mean, there was some good ones. I was looking at my phone like, ooh, that motherfucker got me on that one. That's a good one right there. I was showing my friends, look at that motherfucker call me. I think my favorite put down from Black Twitter was somebody said, stay in your lane, white cracker bread. I was like, God damn, that is the whitest shit I've ever been called in my life, white cracker bread? Holy fuck, that's white. How do you combine two separate white put-downs and make it one white cracker bread? That's so white. I didn't even get mad when I saw it. I just got thirsty. Holy shit, that's a dry-ass put-down. At least put some milk on that shit. White cracker bread. It's so white. Shit, every time I go to Starbucks, they make them write that shit on my cup, you know? How you doing? Can I get a latte? What's the name? White cracker bread. And I make them say it like they mean it. I got a latte for white cracker bread? Say it like I said it. White cracker bread. Appreciate it, thank you. Have a good day. Shit, I didn't know what stay in your lane meant. I didn't know what that meant. I had to call one of my friends. I said, hey man, somebody on Black Twitter told me stay in my lane. What exactly does that mean? I guess there's a white lane and a black lane on Twitter, and you're not supposed to cross the lanes. That's stupid. Like if somebody gonna tell me stay in my lane, I'd be thinking, have you been to my house? I'm like the only white person in my house, by the way. Like my wife's there, she's Black. Her mom lives with us, she's Black. We got our kids, they're mixed. Then my oldest son, any of mine. It's my stepson. He's full Black. And I sent him to college, all 4 years. I paid for everything, room, tuition, board, all that shit. So basically, I sent a Black kid to college that wasn't mine, and you gonna tell me stay in my lane. Like, motherfucker, I'm in my lane, shit. How many Black kids you send to college, Black Twitter? You can suck my white cracker bread dick. It's a full loaf, ho. Call it wonder. White cracker bread. Getting older, man. I can tell I'm getting older too. I can feel it. I can feel it, you know? Like when I used to go to cities, I used to like go out every night, go to nightclubs and party and clubbing and shit. Now I'm going to hotels and asking for the breakfast coupons and shit like that. You want points and breakfast coupons? Motherfucker, breakfast coupons. I'm gonna be up early. Plus, clubbing ain't what it used to be, man. Like I remember when I was in my 20s, man, we in the nightclubs, we just went there to have a good time. Now, it seems like everybody wants to pop bottles at a nightclub. That's like the thing. Like, especially when I go, they immediately think I want to pop some bottles and want sections and tables. I'm like, no, fuck that. You know? Because I'm still trying to figure out the mathematician that came up with bottle price in the nightclubs, right? Like everyone in this theater could go to a liquor store after the show and buy a bottle of liquor for $40. That same bottle at a nightclub might be $500. I was like, man, I'm glad most of these nightclubs don't serve food, you know? How you doing, man? Can I get a Twix? $850 for a Twix. God damn, for a candy bar? There's 2 of them in it. I swear, there's only been one time in my entire comedy career where, you know, I went out and tried to pop bottles one night. One time, I was down in South Beach. My boys are in town. I'm trying to floss, be the big man that night. I got to the front door of this nightclub. I was like, what's up, baby? I got my boys in town. Get a couple bottles. I get a section, get a table. Dude goes, no problem, Gary. That's going to be $10,000. I was like, I'm going to go get a Hyundai. Fuck this shit. I spent $10,000 on the table. I'm taking the fucking table home. Where you going? Taking this back to the crib. I paid for this shit. This shit's oak. I think the Amish made that. That's solid right there.